Hello everyone. This segment is called 3 Old Pieces of Pottery from Picuris Pueblo. So some of you may have already discovered I've added a new category to my website, and it's based on my love for a largely ignored area of historic Pueblo pottery, and that is the Micacious pottery that we normally associate with Taos Pueblo and the much smaller Picuris Pueblo in northern New Mexico. So what's clear looking at these 3 wonderful examples is that they're plainware. They're not painted pottery as we normally look at. So I'm going to take a look at each of these and tell you what I love about all of them. The first piece, it dates to perhaps 1900. Beautiful piece of pottery. My guess is for cooking. I don't really see much sign of water in it. It's flat bottomed. And what's beautiful about it isn't necessarily apparent right away, which is often the nature of historic Micaceous pottery, particularly pottery that's been used. There are signs of black marks from cooking. They're beautiful fire clouds. If you would get really close, which you might be able to do in Addison Doty's beautiful photographs on my website, there are parallel lines running from the rim, a sign that the bowl was lightly polished with a corn cob. The only other decoration are what appear to be thumbnail impressions along the rim. The rest of the beauty comes to us slowly if we take the time. The color ranges from black, beautiful fire clouds, to gray, to a lovely salmon orange, all of which is augmented by the shiny mica flakes that are natural at Picuris Pueblo and at Taos. The mica also acts as a natural tempering agent so that the clay can be formed into pottery and fired well. So beautiful, subtle piece of pottery from Picuris. This piece of pottery we may have to work a little harder to love. It's formed beautifully. It's just simply a handled cooking jar. Lots of signs of having been used for cooking many, many times. This is foodstuff, grease. Again, the beautiful mica shines through, multiple fire clouds. There was a blowout here where there might have been a concentration of mica during firing, and then firing during cooking has created this soot-like mark. The jar itself, I wish you could hold it. It's thinly potted, light as a feather. This piece of pottery that's so well used relates very closely to the third piece of pottery. And I'm going to put them just together for just a moment, hold them together. How do they relate? Number 1, they're both from Picuris Pueblo. Number 2, they both came out of a very unique collection of the Clark family. The Clarks they were caretakers for the Pecos National Monument in New Mexico, where they also ran the gift shop. Clarks were friends with the Lippincotts. The Lippincotts ran a trading post at White Ruins on the Navajo reservation. Eventually, Annette Clark retained 12 or 13 of the pieces that she loved the most, including, interestingly, 4 pieces of pottery from Picuris that are marked, at least on the bottom of this one, Martinez Picuris. No one really at Picuris around the period of time that they were collecting. The Lippincotts were at White Ruins 1941 to 46. The Clarks were at Pecos 1951 to 56. Picuris pottery was utilitarian. It wasn't made for the art market. Nobody could really get to Picuris. There weren't very many potters. Plainware wasn't an artistically in demand form. So what I think we have here are pieces that are both by whoever Martinez was. And if anybody has ideas, email me. I keep trying to do research to find out. But there are so many similarities, including the carefully laid out simple impressions made with a metal object or a stick. It's something that you can barely feel, but done so carefully they never perforate the jar. Same thing was done on this piece. Both of them light as a feather. The Clarks clearly didn't buy this for use. They bought it because, well, they thought it was beautiful, and I do too. Decorated simply with the beautiful form of it, the beautiful potting, so again, light like a feather, like lifting a teacup, and then the gorgeous fire clouds from the natural firing. Micacious pottery asks you to work a little harder to find the beauty, but when we do, we're very much rewarded. Thank you for watching.